dependence, independence, codependence, interdependence. What the? Gee, it sounds complicated, but it's really not. For human beings, life begins in utter and total dependence. There's these very big people, and they give us shelter, food, and clothing. If we're lucky, also a little modicum of love, affection, and learning. Why are the terrible twos called that? Well, because just after we learn how to grab things that were previously out of our reach, we learn this fabulous word, no, no, no. And we start asserting me, uniquely me, not you, me. Exactly. There was a time not so long ago when the very idea of something called a teenager did not exist. Boys and girls made babies at the age of 12 and 14. People died of an impacted wisdom tooth in their so-called teens, and young men were run in by swords long before they ever got to 20. Remember, till death do you part? That used to be a couple of years. Now it's a life sentence of 80 years. But for some time now, we've tried to keep restless feet behind desks in schools for way too many years, and young men and women, teens, have found new and creative ways to resist and rebel. Colorful rags, piercings, tattoos, bones in the nose, communes challenging theater, music, and commitments for and against foreign wars are just some of the more evident forms of the assertions of this independence. Very few young people follow their family's advice about career choices or whom to love or where to set up new roots, and that's a natural and probably a perfectly positive thing in many cases. Some folks can't seem to maneuver the tricks and shoals of graduating from being someone's son or daughter to simply being themselves. Many of these people get stuck somewhere along the way, and they have codependent relationships not only with their parents, with their families of origin, but with all the new people that they meet along the way, lovers, partners, friends. These relationships are repetitive and endlessly unsatisfying. They maintain old, outworn mythologies, life scripts, and ingrained, predictable complaints. Well, lucky are those people who move on from dependence and independence to the only workable adult stage, which is called interdependence. This camera, for example, I didn't make it. I don't have a clue how it works. The machine you're watching it on, call your computer or your cell phone or on it, who did that? We're depending on folks who could do it. The clothes I'm wearing, I don't make my own clothes. In this setting, you are you and I am me, and we love and respect one another, but we're wholly and wholesomely our own true selves to start with. We didn't choose each other to complete the unfinished symphony. We choose partners, lovers, friends, and even parents because we care for these people who coincidentally care for us as well. Pickle. Now that you're grown up, forget about dependence, independence, and especially codependence. The only way to fly is the proactive life called interdependence.